expectations this program set back in January is finally being realized as Tennessee is set to make its first ever playoff appearance in program history ahead of its nighttime match with OSU. So how did the team get here? I'm Paige Dower. This is the Field Pass on Full Disclosure. After inheriting a 3-7 football team that was under NCAA investigations that had scholarship reductions, roster limitations, recruiting limitations, and a number of its players leaving, Josh Heupel has managed to lead its team to its first ever playoff appearance in just his fourth season at the helm and in the inaugural season in the 12-team format. When he met with the media earlier this week, he talked about how this achievement was always the next step for this program.
You know, there was an expectation inside of our program to earn the right to play in a game like this in the postseason. So a lot of excitement here, but also understand that, you know, we're getting ready to go play a great team and we got to be at our best.
Some of those players who didn't leave was defensive lineman Omari Thomas, who said that he actually stayed with the program because he saw the trajectory that they were on. The confidence they had in Josh Heupel at the time was really an unknown entity, but they had so much trust in him and where they believed this program could go. And now that that reality is finally here, he says it's kind of a surreal feeling and honestly something that they also have always expected to be a part of.
It's amazing. We're in the playoffs. We get another game, another opportunity, a fun opportunity to go out there, have fun, showcase that we want to be the best team in the country, best defense in the country, best offense in the country.
Now, of course, practicing in December isn't that rare of an occurrence under Josh Heupel, but you have to think that the vibes were a little different when they know that they're getting ready for the first round playoffs and not just a bowl game in what is usually in Florida. Omari Thomas says they bring it every practice, but maybe they brought it a little bit more earlier today.
Amazing energy, I would say. Really not too much different than how we come in normally, but you just feel it. You know, guys, what we're here for. You know what it is. But definitely a lot of energy. But I would say we always keep a lot of energy in the locker room, weight room, on the field, everything like that.
So how did Tennessee football get to this point where they're now one of the 12 teams in contention for a national title? Well, Andre Turntine, one of the defensive backs for Tennessee, describes this moment as surreal, but they were in alignment with the coaches that they were preparing for a 17-game schedule all season long. It got a little dicey there in the beginning of the season, a little bit midway through the season as well, but he said when it came to those moments, he just had to be like the backbone for the team.
We all made a dedication and had the discipline to work hard every day and be there for each other, more importantly, every day. Showing up in times that your body or your mind doesn't want you to show up or you didn't feel like showing up. So just being that backbone for each other has allowed us to make the plays in the moments that we need to make to put us in this position. I would say going on to the year, in the meetings that we had and the conversations that we had, we all expected to be exactly where we are.
And he says a lot of that comes from the confidence that this team has. And he said being able to maintain that confidence even through the dicey times of the season, like dropping their game to Arkansas, he says you can't focus on what the committee may or may not do. You just have to continue to focus on Tennessee. And really that's how they were able to persevere through those untimely losses to be in this moment, to still be in.
But at the end of the day, it's surreal. This is a huge moment in our lives that we'll remember forever. So just understanding all of that at the end of the day is still just about doing the ordinary things at a high level, and it's about honing on to the details and winning your one-on-one matchups.
Those messages and the messages from the staff and just how the team has really come together this season, of course, leads Jeremiah Thielander to talk about the confidence level this team has. And if any of us know Jeremiah Thielander, he is never short on confidence and being able to bring the energy day in and day out. And he says it's that type of energy that's allowed them to get to this point in the season.
The only thing we can focus on is the next game. We let the committee and the AP, whoever, make those decisions for us and how we're ranked. For me personally, I just focus on the next game and see where the ball lands. You know, you can't get too much into that, and you just got to focus on our team, Tennessee versus Tennessee.
This week we'll hear from some of the offensive players. We'll also have a moment to highlight freshman wide receiver Mike Matthews and just the contributions that not only he had throughout the season, but specifically in the game against Vanderbilt, and maybe the role he'll have as the playoffs get underway. We have so much more coming up with Lady Vols and Vol basketball, and of course Tennessee preparing for its first ever playoff appearance. Won't get tired of saying that. So make sure you subscribe, stay tuned so you don't miss out on anything happening later this week. I'll talk to you guys later.